Hey Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. So good to be back with you. You guys rock. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to my last video. Messages from the spirit world. You seem to really love that. I love that. We're going to have that again this week. So make sure to be back here on, we'll probably do on Friday this week. We'll do another messages from the spirit world. You don't want to miss that. Letters have been coming in. We're trying to catch up. Anyways, you guys recently, as I mentioned, I've been getting a lot of flack from people, not a lot, but some, who are upset about me wearing this pendant, which is the evil eye pendant. And, I thought I would kind of clarify that today, kind of what that's about. For those of you who may not know, it's called the evil eye, but it's not actually evil. It's actually the eye that repels the evil eye. But rather than people saying that long explanation, they just call it evil eye for short. And it's an eye, it's a human eye, and it's usually in color blue or green or gray or brown. It can be really any color. The one I happen to have, if you can see that, is a green one. But it also comes in blue, which I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. The blue tends to be the one that's the most popular around the world. But anyways, I thought to get a working definition of the evil eye, I would show you some information here from one of my favorite books. This is a book I highly recommend. I probably have to do a whole review on it. It's called The Element Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells. And you can see literally how thick this book is, chock full of information. And this book is wonderful because it has an entire chapter on the evil eye. Here, take a look at this. As you can see, it says, the evil eye. Isn't that cool? It's got the pentagram. So I wanted to read a little bit of this chapter to kind of help you guys who may not know about this, or maybe you know some of it, but kind of refresher for some of you and new for those of you who don't know. So I'm going to read from this chapter. Oh, that evil eye. Is there really such a thing? Is it a constant dire threat, a secret universal force, or nothing but cliché, the worst use of magic and superstition as a repressive force? And is there really an eye involved? The answer is a qualified yes to all of the above. Although it may be delivered by people, the evil eye is not the same thing as a malevolent spell. A malevolent spell is targeted deliberately and intentionally. The spell must actually be cast. The evil eye is not a spell at all, although there are many spells to oppose it. Instead, the evil eye is an ill-defined, somewhat nebulous, but entirely malefic force naturally present in the universe, a different kind of magic power. Although there is general agreement on what constitutes the evil eye, who is vulnerable, and the nature of its destructive efforts, exactly where the eye emanates from is subject to heated metaphysical debate. Some perceive the evil eye as an abstract, destructive force, like an infectious cloud that one must attempt to avoid, ward off, repel, minimize, or remove. Many other traditions, however, believe that people deliver the evil eye, sometimes knowingly, sometimes completely innocently and unintentionally. Sometimes they just can't help it. From that perspective, the evil eye is a destructive force that emanates from certain or potentially all people. Every one of us, according to some theories, is able to cast the eye. It is the human ability to scorch with a glance. The evil eye is the force of envy, jealousy, and resentment that shoots out of the human soul like a heat-seeking missile. The eye reference may be understood in two ways, which are not mutually exclusive. Number one, The evil eye is omnipresent, destructive, abstract, and abstract force, somewhat similar to the Lord of the Rings, all-seeing eye. If you guys haven't seen that, check that movie out. That's a wonderful reference. Yes, Lord of the Rings has the all-seeing evil eye in it. I'd forgotten about that. Try as you may to hide happiness and good fortune. The evil eye is attracted, sees all, and spoils it. Number 2, the evil eye is cast with the human eye, either intentionally by those who are jealous, destructive, and malicious by nature, or involuntarily in other circumstances. There are also 2 methods of avoiding the evil eye. 1, don't boast, brag, or call undue attention to your good fortune. 2, protection via the use of magically empowered amulets and spells. So, there's a little bit about the evil eye. Now, talking about, the second method of using amulets, these are some of my evil eye amulets. Now, you've seen this one that I'm wearing, but we also have these 2. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. This is one of my eye charms, which you can see. It's from Greece. It's done in sterling silver and cobalt glass. And another one, which is a tiny little eye. Look at this, it's cute. This is also done in silver and cobalt glass. So the 2 eye charms are also charms that I like to wear. So, you can wear the eye in a lot of forms. Now, speaking of another amulet, I tell you, I'm a believer in the eye. It's saved me in a lot of circumstances. You can also buy giant eyes. This one came from a shop that sells goods from Turkey. And I like it because it's kind of hypnotizing. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? It's kind of, and so when I feel like, I'm in threat, I pull this out, and it kind of, I feel like neutralizes the energy. It kind of hypnotizes me also. I don't know. I like it. I feel safe with my eye. And I wear my eye charm also. So I'm a believer. I've loved the evil eye. I've followed it for years and been a practitioner of it. So those are some of the amulets that you can use with the evil eye. Now, the Encyclopedia of Spells also covers other spells. Like, for example, this one here is the blue eye bead spell. And basically what it says is that, in fact, I'll just read it to you here real quickly. It said, blue eye beads' power will be enhanced if you cleanse, charge, and consecrate them before use, and whenever you perceive that they have worked for you. Wear a single bead around your neck. That's one option. Pin individual beads all over using safety pins. Sew them under clothing or anything that needs protection. Hang them from the rearview mirror of an automobile. These are blue beads. Some of them are painted with eyes. If you can't find beads with eyes on it, or you can't find a specific charm, you can also buy plain blue glass or plastic beads and wear those on a pendant, as a pendant, or string them on a cord. That's a wonderful way. And it says here that if a bead cracks, it is understood to have worked. Its demise is considered death on the field of combat, a direct hit from the evil eye. Bury it with honor and replace it. So that's one of the charms here. They have a lot more in here. But the evil eye the evil eye charms are, I believe, are powerful, and I would encourage you to explore them. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, Psyche Bob, I don't have the money to buy a charm, not to worry. I'm going to put on my website an evil eye charm that I made. You can download it. You can put it on your phone as a screensaver, so you have it, as your background. You got the evil eye on your phone. Carry that with you. That's a charm. Or you can print it out, put it up on your wall in your room, or on your desk at work. That's another way to use it. Or if you want, you can shrink the image down and put it on in a little pendant, a little glass case, and wear it. So the charm that I created is my creation. So nobody can say Bob stole a copyrighted image. No, no, this is my creation. And it's for you guys free, absolutely free. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. Now, for those of you who say, well, that's cool, but I also like a fancy jewelry piece. There's a store that I shop at called the Evil Eye Store. And I'm going to put the link below for that also. So you can go to my website, get the free charm. And also if you want to buy some charms like the one you see here or these pendants, you can buy those also from that link below, the Evil Eye Store. So that's some options for you. Now, talking about the eye, as many of you, not many of you, but some of the people who wrote to me accused me of being an Illuminati member. It is true that the Illuminati do use the eye, but that doesn't make it evil. Some people who are into, evil things take sacred symbols and they corrupt them for their own use. And that's really how the eye is. It's actually a good symbol. It's been taken by some evil people and they're using it. But by no means do I associate with the Illuminati. And just to tell you, I have had a direct connection with the Illuminati, an encounter, I will just say. I won't go into details, but I'll tell you, they're very scary and they are dangerous. And we need the eye to counter their eye, believe me, okay? So I'm not an Illuminati. Heavens no, I wouldn't be part of such evil. The ancient pagan cultures around the world venerated the eye. And it's interesting because throughout the Mediterranean lands, Greece, Turkey, Italy, these countries around the Aegean, they have a history, even before the monotheistic faiths came in, of evil eye veneration. Now today in Greece, even though it's a Christian country, the eye will be seen many times worn right beside the cross on people's necklaces. The other aspect of the eye, as I mentioned, is the color blue. As you can see here, there's blue. Blue is considered a protective color and stands for the eye. So that's why you can wear plain, even blue beads, and it will work in place of the evil eye if you can't get a fancy evil eye bead pendant. Interestingly, in the Mediterranean countries, those of you who travel there can probably confirm this, especially in Greece, they paint a lot of times their doors of their homes blue because it's believed that blue carries the power of the evil eye and it protects the home. So that's another way if you want to kind of work with the energy, the protective energy of the eye. I like to call it the mystic eye rather than the evil eye. The mystic eye. You could paint your door home blue. Another way is you could braid, if you braid your hair, you can braid blue ribbons in your hair. That's also considered protective. You can wear a blue cord bracelet. Actually, I'm wearing red today, but I am going to be wearing a blue cord bracelet soon. I've got some cords coming for that. So, that's another way. So there are a lot of ways to incorporate the mystic eye into your spiritual practice. And, as I said, the wonderful thing is it's not limited by religion. The mystic eye is honored in the Christian tradition. It is honored in the Jewish tradition, particularly among Kabbalah practitioners. It's honored in the Islamic tradition. Across Turkey, it's very popular. And it's honored in the Wiccan pagan traditions as well. There are many Wiccans and pagans I know who use the eye. It's also very popular among the Romany culture, the Gypsy culture. And the Gypsy culture, is kind of has some pagan elements in it. And so they have a long history of belief in the eye. So you see, it doesn't really matter what your religion is. What's important is that you recognize that this is a sign of power, a symbol. It's a magical energy device, and you can use it to bless yourself. Now, some of you also are asking about the triangle, and that's a good question. You'll notice here there's a triangle. Now, what's interesting is the triangle, upward pointing, represents male energy. So this would be a male eye, meaning the eye of God, so to speak. And if the triangle were reversed, this downward pointing triangle is the female symbol, and it represents the goddess. I am currently trying to find a pendant that is prepared with a downward triangle that I can wear, so I can also have the goddess. So right now I'm wearing would be a masculine eye, but they also do make the feminine eye, with the triangle. And the triangle represents, as I said, male and female energy. And so that's another aspect. Interestingly, and I don't have a dollar bill here, but if you are in the United States, if you open your wallet, you take out a dollar bill, look on the backside, there's a pyramid, and the capstone of the pyramid has the all-seeing eye in it. And that was done by the founding fathers who were Masons. And the Masons used that as a sign of divine blessing. So they were seeking divine blessing on the founding of the United States. And they brought the all-seeing eye, the mystic eye, into our seal, the national seal of our country, which is on the dollar bill. So check out your dollars, look at that, you'll see the eye there. So as you see, the eye is found everywhere. Now, I did another video probably 2-3 years ago. Those of you who are new here probably haven't seen it. And it's a video about how to diagnose if the evil eye is present. This is taken from the strega tradition, which is Italian witchcraft. And in that video, which I will put the link below, you can see how traditionally the Italian witches determine the presence of the eye and how they combat it. And that's a whole video in itself, so I won't go into that, but definitely check the links below if you haven't seen that. Or if you've seen it, it might be a good refresher. And I recommend some books in there. So that's another option. So I'm going to encourage you guys, do some reading. Look up the evil eye. I would get this book, the Element Encyclopedia 5,000 Spells. It has a lot of stuff in it. I can't go into all of it, but you'll definitely learn a lot more about the eye from that book. And see if you like to wear a charm. So anyways, guys, I hope that gives you a little bit of insight today. So tell me in the box below, have you ever worn an evil eye pendant? What's your experience like? Did it keep you safe? Have you ever used a charm, maybe put one on your wall? If you haven't, you might want to check it out. But tell me about your experiences. Maybe you've been someplace and seen the eye in somebody's house, or maybe in a church somewhere. You traveled the world and saw it. I'd love to hear about your experiences. So tell me about your encounter with the mystic eye, the all-seeing eye, the evil eye, however you want to call it. Anyways, listen, check out the links below. Go get your free charm from my website. And check out the other links so you can learn more about it, okay? I'm so glad you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. This week, I think on Friday, we're going to do messages from the spirit world. You don't want to miss that. And if you're new here, we'd love you to be part of our channel. So why don't you hit that subscribe button, join us, be part of our scene. It would be really great to have you here. So anyways, guys, I'm so glad you're here. I hope that gives you a little insight. And you will know that Psyche Bob is not an Illuminati member. Oh, no. Okay. Anyways, thanks again for being here. Give me your comments in the box below. Thumbs up, like it, favorite, share this across your network with your friends. And tell me about your experiences. Thanks, guys, for being here. We'll see you back here later in the week for messages from the spirit world. Blessings to you.